game. It was closer in the first half, obviously, but you haven't had too many of them this year, and health is coming on your side. And was there anything about this that could be a starting point as you guys move forward the rest of the season?
I just like the way we competed tonight on both sides of the floor. A lot of intensity. We had a lot of ball movement. Guys were attacking the rim, very efficient. I think defensively, besides the first 14 avalanche on Tatum's part, we locked in from that point on. So anytime we're able to, get stops like that, we're a very, very good team because one of the best teams in transition. And we have a lot of guys that can attack the paint. We have a lot of guys that can make plays for others. And tonight was close to 48 minutes. It was one of the best games of the season as far as the way we just played the game.
Hey, LeBron. To your point defensively, after those first 7 minutes, what were the things specifically that you guys really focused in on? And do you view, was this like, were there any discussions like we have to get there, or was this just sort of a natural progression for this group defensively and the stuff that you guys have been kind of talking about since training camp?
It's just always one of our keys. And probably after those, like you said, after those first 7 minutes, we just started to, be more alert on our game plan that the coaching staff put together. It's things that we've been working on over the last couple of days when we didn't have games. So we was able to, maximize our coverages. We knew what our game plan was versus every individual that was out on the floor, and we executed that, to a close 40 minutes, tonight.
AD, you seem to have a slow start tonight, but your second half was fantastic. What changed from half to half for you?
Energy. Lost the ball a couple times. That's really it. Just coming out. Teammates stayed in my ear. Brian told me to scrap it. Everybody saying it's one half. Second half, let's go. Try to be a little bit more aggressive. The good thing about it that we got a team, that can pick up the slack when somebody's slacking. And then tonight was me, and we had guys, Brian, Russ, AB, Taylor, Malik. All these guys came in and picked up the slack until I was able to find a rhythm. So that's really what it was, just coming out and just trying to do the intangibles, rebounding, talking on the defensive end, setting screens, just trying to get guys open and let that just kind of play into my offense.
AD, you guys played these guys like 2 weeks ago or whatever, and you said after that game that you guys really needed to lock in and have a sense of urgency going forward. And it's been up and down since then, right? Obviously LeBron's missed time. What has to happen now for you guys to maybe capture that now? And is that still kind of the mantra at this point?
Tough ass shot. Our third quarters have been great, to be honest. Where we kind of struggled in the beginning of the year, and tonight we hold this team 20 points in the third quarter. So just coming out at a halftime with a better start, and not coming out with those slow starts, starting with turnovers, bad shots, transition, things like that. But once we lock in defensively and do what we did tonight, we're a tough team to beat. So we just got to continue to build off this game as far as a defensive standpoint and carry that into the next two games, Memphis and OKC.
Fans.
LeBron, you said after the Clippers game, you kind of went into that game knowing that you didn't kind of have it or weren't going to have enough that night. How are you feeling today? And then, as an older team, how important is it to win to win games when you've had a couple days of rest?
I didn't feel great going into that game because I was put into solitary confinement. So that was the main reason of that. For me, I don't really believe in, a lot of days in between, whatever the case may be. But that's just my mindset. I get involved in how many minutes I've played or how old I am. I don't confine to that. I think, when you think negative thoughts, negative energy, then it just creeps into your mind. So I'm as young as I've ever been. But it was a great game for us. We came in with a great game plan. And our coaching staff gave us a great game plan. It was up to us to go execute it, and we just try to do that, for close to 48 minutes as possible.
Take three more. So Mike Trudell, Marinka, and Markley.
Hey, LeBron, 5 of the next 6 come on the road now, and you had mentioned last game you haven't played 4 consecutive games yet. Do you see this little stretch, even with the home game mixed in, as a chance to start to find some of that rhythm for you and for the team?
I mean, we'll see. You just kind of live in the moment. You don't know what tomorrow holds. Hopefully I'm there. I'm on the floor. I'm there for my teammates. But you just live in the moment right now, and we get ready to get on this plane tomorrow, fly to Memphis, and just live in the moment. So I'm proud of the team today. Proud of how we just came with our mindset, had our hard hats on from the beginning, and played a heck of a game from start to finish.
Anthony, I know you guys have talked about this as being a complete effort from everybody, but Russ has specifically talked about when he's able to take care of the ball, when he's able to have this sort of assist-to-turnover ratio, that's when he feels he can elevate the group. What specifically did he do for you all tonight?
I think in the beginning of the year, Russ was a little bit passive. He was trying to get guys involved, pass the ball. He'd be at the rim, and he had one tonight. We tried to kick out to Melo. We could have laid the ball up, and we're just trying to tell him, be himself. Don't try to be anybody else. The more you're aggressive, the more it will open up for everyone else. And as of late, last 7 to 10 games, he's been very, very aggressive. And when he do that, it opens up the floor for everyone else as far as shooting. So, he just been on an attack mode. You saw tonight, he went on a stretch in the third quarter where he, just went downhill and finished. And that's what you got to do. Before every game, I tell him to be yourself. That's why we brought him here. To be Russell Westbrook and not, anybody else but that.
All right, let's talk a little LeBron James. You heard what he had to say about the mindset of staying young, and hopefully, as he said, I'll be out there for that 4th game. He's yet to be able to play 4 in a row. But tonight, it just seemed a little different, right? He had that, that moment in that first quarter where he scores 16 and he's hot and he's cooking. 16 of his 30 in that first quarter.
Russ, so that third quarter, it seemed like something got into you guys on both sides of the court. Want to start with defense. You took on the assignment from Tatum. What were you trying to get accomplished on that end to get guys going?
Just bring our defense and turn our defense to offense that we did. Our pace is something that we've been working on, and tonight was one of those nights that we did it for 48 minutes and showed tonight.
You're also really attacking the rim in that third quarter. Was there something you saw the way Boston was playing?
Making adjustments from one half to the next, just finding my spots, being patient, trying to make the right plays.
Russ, what are some things that you guys are starting to figure out? It seemed like this was one of your better front to end games of the season.
We're just trying to figure out, where we like the ball, our pace, how we want to play defensively and offensively, and tonight did a better job of that.
Now, I know it's the regular season. Lakers Celtics, your first year participating in it. What did you notice in the 2 games?
Great intensity. It's a big rivalry, and we all know that, and tonight was a big game for us.
All right, Russ, about to hit the road for the majority of your games for the rest of the next couple weeks. What's the key you guys got to take out of this one?
Just togetherness. We got to stay together, make sure that we continue to rely on each other and take care of business.
California Honda dealers, I'm Chris McGee. I got Robert Ory, the man.